And I do have a special guest in the studio with me. He has a very long resume. I'll start with the UN Human Rights Ambassador to Chad. He's also the chairman of Arewa Community in southern Nigeria. He is the president of the International Human Rights of Marine and Ecology Africa. And I think I missed one. Can you help me out?
Traditional Council.
The district head of Northern
Traditional
Council. I have in the studio me, the person of Ambassador Alhaji Musa Saidu.
Yes,
you're welcome to the studio, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So you're in the studio here today to talk about the current state of Northerners in River State, and let's see. Issues about farmers and cattle rearing. That seems to be a lingering one.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess I should start by asking what the current state of Northerners in River State is.
Thank very much. I have been in River State, let me say, since 70s. And being a Northerner, I was the Chief Harold Dapablier, the leader of Niger Delta Senior Special Assistant. And despite being a Northerner, I spent all my productive years in Niger Delta. And since I've been active from Maritime Union, Africa Youth Organization, Nigeria Federation to International Human Rights, where I was elevated. The Northerners in River State have been in a good book of River State government, and the Niger Delta people, they have been treated well, until this political dispensation came in. Though, from Audley, it was a rosy and very good relationship and enjoyment. Audley is a father who has a family. He knows about the problem of families, and he took care of us very well. It is not only that he established a pilgrim board, he put a Northern idea as a member. He makes sure that every fasting period, he give us rice, he give us money every Salah, he do something. He has integrated us as human beings. When Amechi came in, the pilgrim board, was dissolved, and a sole administrator was appointed by one from Okrika, one late Sani Okiri, who was nice late, a very good man. May God bless his memory. He was there for 8 years, all Amechi tenure. We have non-indigenous community, which was created by government at that time. I oppose it because I was late Chief Harold Dapablier and president of Nigeria Federation. Briye too, late Chief Harold Dapablier oppose it because we look at it that we marginalize, and it ended doing that because a commissioner was given to non-indigenous River State. And since then it has been occupied by our brothers, the Igbos, from southeastern Nigeria up to today. It was Amechi 8 years, Wike 8 years, Mekonu was there. And Northerners couldn't get even an SA that will be informing government about our problems. Though we didn't, our people said you don't have bad king, you have bad advisor. Because we have seen that even Governor Wike is doing well to people. But why not we? Then the Northern Traditional Council, under the leadership of Alhaji Samadaki, wrote a letter to the governor. Say Alhaji Musa Saidu, as myself, is the only representative, the leader of Northern community. The letter was given to SSG, Mr. Kobani, after sampling, he took it personally to government house, to the governor. Governor to sign it. So since then, we couldn't see the governor till he left. Though there was a problem that came up, we don't know who the commissioner that took us to CID. Then he told us openly that as a commissioner, we cannot see the governor, and it happens. So, but when similarly, this governor came in, he established hope for the Northerners, because the first Salah, he give us rice, give Muslims rice, because we are a three-armed Muslim society here. The first indigenous community, the Yoruba community, and Northern community. So we know Hausa community, we are Muslims. So during Audley, when they give us something, it to be given to Okiri. Then the thing don't come to us, so we have to write to the governor that we are not seeing what you are giving us, where we are the majority. The governor assigned Larry Pepple, his chief detail from Bonny, to look into the matter. Then he came out with a solution that the money should be divided into 3 at the government house there. And you'll be shocked to know that I was the one that receiving the money from the protocol, because I was late chief of the Prepare SA and I represent him in government house. And when I receive it, I share it into 3. At that time, it was even 5 million. Give the Hausa Northern Community 5 million, the Indigenous Community 5 million. There was no problem. Though our own, they have some crisis, community crisis. Some youth who were born here, we are into this militancy. They will come and bring gun, go surround that city and collect the money. I have to take the matter to SS. That has been addressed. So now, when this governor came in, he did that. So we thank him so much. May God bless him. And he should continue the good job that he has started. For the little time that he has been, we have seen that, Northerners have a good hope on this governor. One Fulani man that, his 20 cows were shot by unknown gunmen. That was during August last year. 2022. They all were pregnant. So the Odoga community where the boy was staying, the Fulani man said, that Fulani boy grandfather too was born there. And he's a member of the community. And they have a committee with local government chairman. If a farmer, a cow enter farm, then penalize the farmer by paying. So there is no problem. But they were shocked that this thing happened. Then... Okay,
sorry to cut you. You said that if the cow... There's a structure.
Yes.
A penalty structure that has been put in place.
Yes, led by local government chairman.
Okay. And you said that if a cow wanders into a farm, the owner of the cattle will pay the fine.
Will pay the fine. Will pay the money to the farmer.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
Yes. Then if even farmer something is done to him, because the farmers are the members of the community too, they have been there to their grandparents. So the community too will pay, will make sure that there is a solution to that thing. So there is no trouble. But they were shocked that unknown gunmen entered the farm at Odoga, shot 21 cows. So it's not from their community.
And has this case has been reported through the social channels?
No, it has been reported because we went there to the DSS and DSS received us there. We met the traditional council. They say something will be done. It has not been done. Then at what is the name of this place? Cattle market Elelenwa. That on 29th August they went there. They were shooting. There was shooting led by one police officer. Where 5 people died, 2 were injured to the extent that their bones were assembled. They were taken to a BMH, and we have to send them home to have a decent treatment. We have to pay for the extraction of bullet from their body. They are Fulani, so I'm just telling you that's problem. Then we went to Arewa Community, and my colleague, Chief Sobas Oil, that's Obazi Lawson, organized a meeting with the community and farmers. We sat with them. We went to Echie. We went to Abeta camp. We met the community. The Oleme community. We met Oleme settling farmers and something. So I'm just telling you that this initiative has been on. But government refused to put hand inside. But only the State Security Service, we report to them, because they are aware of the crisis, they are assisting us. Anywhere we go, they give us protection. We discuss and come back. So what I'm saying is that those that went to government house don't know about the problem because they never ask one day. Their own is that when Salah come, they go to government house and collect money. This one is from Ahoda, this one from Okrika. They don't know how they share their money. And I don't know who constituted them. Because if you say you are River State Islamic Council, then who appointed you? You understand? We know that you are from the, Islam, recommend that we employ the indigenous to lead. If you are leading, you make justice. We are the majority, but we want you to lead us. But 24 years you have been leading. Corona comes, governor bring palliative. I don't know where you take and to, give us, call us. So it seems that we don't have any right. Because we don't have anybody close to government that will say something. We don't have anything comes, we will not see. Awolo Okiri and Chief Oho from Ahoda and Okrika have blocked government house. Even they make it impossible for us to see governor because we are the people that are causing the problem. So what we are saying is that this man, I want government to know that if you want to meet the people, you meet the right people. The chairman of Miyati Allah, Alhaji Musa Saidu, is my deputy. He was the one that spoke on the radio about 5 days ago. And he mentioned me that I've taken this initiative as the overall chairman to solve this problem. So we thank the governor to making this in, and we'll make sure that there is peace. But we need government support. Because the day we went from Obibo to Abeta camp, my jeep, no one, all the doors come out because of the bad road. That they had to carry four jeeps come. I spent over 4 million, even to repair them, because some of the things come out, they're spoiled, and all that, 1 million, to put them in order. So we thank governor for bringing this issue. And I want to give an historical something, on this farmers and herders. It has been there for centuries.
For some time, yes.
Yeah, centuries, not decades. It's in the north everywhere. But, cow is not a human being. We even follow him, we enter a place, a court, and we make sure that farmers will not enter any farm. They only go to a designated place that was given to them by the community. That's what Abeta people told us. So look, we have a land here that we are not farming. These people should not go here and go there.
That's the cattle rearers.
The cattle rearers. We have a land here, and because, when they are shitting, when they are this is tooling, that thing is a manu. Is a fertilizer that if you want to farm, before what we are doing at our own places in the north, you call cow people to come and enter a farm if you are not going to farm. Next year, when you farm, you see the result, because that their money is a fertilizer. It's more even important than this conventional fertilizer that we are using. So what I'm saying is that we thank the governor for this initiative. We thank him so much for what he has started. It should continue. Allah will bless him. And we are ready to make sure that there is peace. We are ready to make sure that any farmer that is offended, any farmer that, his property is destroyed, is paid for, accordingly. And there will not be a repetition. So that's our position.
Okay. Thank you very much once again for making our time to be here. And for our listener, I also want to remind you that you can get across to us to ask any question you have. You can send us a WhatsApp message to 070-4499-4911. So, Ambassador Saidu,
yes.
You mentioned misrepresentation, that the right people are not representing you,
yes,
and getting across to the governor.
Yes.
And what have you done about that? Have you written officially? What steps have you taken to resolving the issue of not being represented by the right people?
In government, we have been part of government all our life. Though even we didn't hold offices. But, in government, there's people that block letters. Because I could remember when His Excellency became the governor of Wike, his father-in-law, Dr. Buzo, our friend, that's his father-in-law, the father of his wife, asked me to write then I wrote a letter and gave him. He took it to a government house. We didn't get response.
The grievance is that the letter was not responded to or addressed.
No, was not responded to address. Because I believe that
could have happened for many different reasons.
Because for many reasons, yes. So there are blockage. That's why we call it a blockage. Somebody might have blocked it. That's one is
a possibility.
Yes, the possibility, and that's the past. Is in the past now. Now we have a new governor who has shown good initiatives to start in a good note, and he has done that. And if you can see, this ring road has been on the pipeline since Amechi time. Now it has been this 50 days. And the action he took at the university, when he saw some irregularities about that employment, he reacted. So to tell you that he has already, as a civil servant, he knows the problem. Because they know the problem of the people, the civil servants. They started from scratch to get where they are. So they have been moving, the communities, they know everybody, and not that like accidental politicians. What I mean by accidental politicians, people that just today you don't know any, you just go contest, you become a councillor or a chairman, you don't know the problem of the people. But these people have started from scratch. Some till they get that you've been in the service for 30 years, you have been dealing with different people. So you must know the problem of the people. And you know the problem, and they are from communities. You know the problem of the communities. So,
and you believe that's commendable?
Yeah, it's commendable. And we praise him for that. And they should continue the good work. The only thing is that he should avoid bad advisors. And they should look at the history of the state, from early to today. Because when you want to sit down in office, you have to look at the history of that office. Who does what, and who, you understand. Then, it's not compulsory. As you come, you are a man of yourself. You are the governor. Are you with me?
Yes.
You use your, why you take advice from the good people. You look the history of the people. The one that you have said that we are bad, even they are with you. When they advise you, say, yes, I hear. But use your own initiative. That's my advice to him.
Okay, you mentioned the history of the people. So can you maybe take us back through the history of the Arewa community in River State?
The Arewa community...
And maybe its involvement in the growth and progress and development of the states.
Yes, the Arewa community has been here before the war. And not only before the war, Port-Harcourt was founded in 1914. Alhaji Isa Madaki, our Sarki, his father, and Alhaji Madaki has been in Port-Harcourt since 1922. That time there was no motor. He walked from the north to this place. That's only Port-Harcourt 7 years old when the Northern community was established. Understand? That's the history of Northerners, and that's our contribution to development. And before the war, during the war, the Okrika community, save our people from Okrika to Lagos. When there was no road to follow from here to the north, they used sea to rescue our people. That's to tell you the relationship we have with the Rivers people. And the Rivers people, are people very hospitable, very good people. There's nowhere River State that will go, they say you are a stranger, unless you become a stranger by yourself with your character. As long as you are a good man, you are integrated. That's how River State is known. But this time around, we have seen some differences, but we have contributed immensely to development of River State, and we are still contributing. If you like, if you go to the markets, you see that. Every market you see will see us. We are bringing food from the north. Some are contractors, some even are in police, they are in the army. Everywhere, every society you go, every department you go, will see our people. We have been integrated fully, as I told you. It's only these lapses that came up, this time around, and you cannot avoid them, in a society. So what I'm saying is that the Northern community, has fared very well in River State and the entire Niger Delta. Because I'm talking to you, that's who I'm talking Bayelsa, like now in Delta State, we have SA on Northern community issues. Is my boy. You understand? One Alhaji Wali, we have chairman even of Pilgrim Board. Alhaji Tukuri was born there. His mother is from there. We have in Nenugu, we have Ahmed, we have a chairman of the Hadas and District Committee, the leader of Hausa community there, and the Sarki, Alhaji Yusuf Sambo, is the chairman of Hadas committee appointed by government, and is heading it, and is doing well. In Anambra, you have Alhaji Sediki, who's our secretary in the whole South. Is the leader of Miati Allah Southeast. You understand? He makes sure that, he has an appointment with the Anambra State government. And we again in Bayelsa, we have Sani as the SA, to the governor, from Dixon. I've been, understand, because Lechi Fado Dapabli brought me close to Alemesia. Since then, our people have been very well. Even when they asked me, Bayelsa State 2003 established the Pilgrim Board, they asked me, there is classes in with the Islamic community there. The government called me to bring them together. They will establish a board. They asked me to recommend the chairman and the secretary. I have to bring a Nijin, one Alhaji Obotobo late from Ijo, then bring one Northerner who now works with the University of Utuoki. Alhaji Sule is doing his PhD as the secretary. So you can see that the Northerners have been integrated in the South. But only in River State, we have never been in SA, even. The board we are occupying, we have been removed. We have a burial ground of 100 years. When the Port-Harcourt was founded in 1914, the colonial administration on Agri Road, divide a burial ground, give Muslims and Christians. When Amici came, we took our own and sold it. Excavated all the dead bodies. Nobody knew where I took them to. So, what I'm telling you is that you are just talking about integration. We have slaughter, that has been taken by government, though it's understood, because it is inside it has become, we have slaughter at CFC before. Where the development, Port-Harcourt is growing. After this East-West Road dredging, this East-West Road was dredged. Eastern bypass. Port-Harcourt started growing. Then they shifted the slaughter, the abattoir to Transamadi. So the development there has reached there. they have to look for another place. I don't know, I have not been there, but government has allocated the place, and they make sure that the people that were there were compensated a bit. We are at Ahia Makara, we have a market, we have been removed from there. We have one at Rimosisi, which was caused by a trailer driver. It's not even from the north. He jammed somebody, then they started, then bounced on northerners, wounded some, destroyed property, over 500 million. I wrote to the local government chairman, I wrote even to government. There was no response. Then, as I'm talking to you now, there's a matter even in court. Then during the lockdown, the essential communities that were allowed by government to come into the states due to COVID-19 restrictions. Northerners were arrested. They were taken to stadium with their trucks and some trailers with their cows. So cows was dying. We don't have any option because we cannot reach government. We don't have access. We have to go to Federal High Court. Because the governor asked the Commissioner of Police to auction the trucks. The Federal High Court unconditionally, release those things. Though their matter is still in court. It hasn't been concluded. So I'm just telling you what we have gone through because we don't have access to governor. And the World Okiri has blocked the access to governor. He doesn't want it to see anything in government house. This is
allegedly, right?
Not allegedly. Because we cannot go there now. It's not allegedly. When you say allegedly, that's where this is. We are not talking probabilities. We are talking the realities here. You understand? So we are telling government that Awolu Okiri doesn't represent us. We don't have any business with him. We're not on us. We don't have business with Oho. We are Muslims. We know. We didn't ask anybody to join Muslims. And we are going to government house since Spiff before even they converted to Islam or their parents. Even then or whatever. We are going to government house. Since Spiff time, during Gowon, that's 1960 something, people have been going to government house and they have been received, by Spiff. Who followed Spiff? And again, Spiff after Spiff, who do you have? Commander Saidu. We have Adeleye during Buhari. We have Ada George, who has taken over, who has taken care of us very well. Not only celebrate Salah with us, he made sure that he kill rams in government house. And that's Chief Ada George. May God help him, because he's still alive. And may God give him good health. So I'm just telling you the history we had in River State. You ask about our history. I'm just telling you that we have been, until these our own brothers, Muslim brothers, join Islam to take over our power. We have been enjoying till Okiri. I don't know where, where the Okiri dynasty, because we don't have River State Islamic Council. We have Okiri Islamic Company. And they don't register Islamic Company, but we have it in River State. So they are not our representative. We don't have any business with them. Not that we hate them, because they don't want us to get our all right. They are blocking us. There was a time Sultan came here. Then he called me that Sultan, we see people at the NUJ Center. I said, look, I'm from Sokoto. Sultan, if he's coming, he will let us know. And I'm the district head of Northern Traditional Council. Or we tell Haji Isama Daki, the Sarki will call me. Then I will invite the council, because that's my job. Then you cannot call me and tell me, say Sultan is coming. He's having a program. Yes. And in Islam, I'm a Quran Hafiz. I can read Quran in my head. That's it, Uzubutata looking paper. So you, maybe join it by this thing, because you have something that you are pursuing. I don't think even you are a good Muslim from your characters. You have a Krika community. When they give there, you go there. You have a Ahoda community. We didn't stop you. And we didn't stop you from leading us. But we have to lead us by our own consent. We must agree that you must lead us. Because we don't know you. You cannot go there and say, Governor Muslim. Don't talk about Muslims. Yes. Don't talk, if you are talking about Muslims, talk about Okrika Muslims. Or reverse indigenous Muslim. Nobody stop you. But don't talk about us. That's the thing that I'm telling the governor. Because I don't want anything that will lead to crisis. I told my people, look, we are Muslims, we are not making crisis. Yes, but if your right is being trampled upon, or you are deprived of your right, this thing is 24 years where they have been doing it. Government has received, only government have released money to build mosque, then took it. Then go this. Anything government release, they will take it. Government will buy something from us, they will take it. Everything, they will take it. Come, we didn't stop them, Rivers government, from taking care of its people, but not in the name of Islam. Because these people, how many Muslims have seen Okrika? How many Muslims are in Hoda? It may be a Muslim, only you. Your wife even is not a Muslim. Their wife even are not Muslim. So what I'm saying is that I'm not fighting that they are my brothers. Because in Islam, everybody is a Muslim is a brother. But when there is no justice, always there is resentment. So government should make sure that we have a representation in government house, but not criminals. Because when government give them, then give some people who are not even Northerners, they are not leaders of Northerners, who have questionable characters, they know themselves. Yes, I have mentioned on the radio, who have run away, they were in exile, but we are shocked that they were in Port-Harcourt, and they went to government house. And the government, if the government is fighting insecurity, you cannot bring to people who are creating insecurity in the state, then to government house.
Is that also proven? That
it's proven.
Are the ones.
The matter even is that IG monitoring and CID.
Okay, so the case has officially been reported.
Yes, not only that they were arrested, they were on bail. They escaped. Even when he was arrested, he mentioned Governor Wike, is a SA to Wike. The police IG monitoring called the governor. Governor said he doesn't know him. He ran away. We arrested him, he says, from Katsina. We took him to Katsina. The emir arrested him, emir of Katsina, who is alive now, and detained him for 5 days. He's not from Katsina. Officially, as I'm telling you. And the name is Jinjiri Balamatu. He's not from the north. And that's the man that Okiri them, hand over our rights to. We are not accusing, we are not saying this. If I'm lying, Saidu, I'm qualified or in position, you can take me to court and seek the redress if I'm lying. I'm not lying. Allah knows all that I'm saying. I'm not saying the lies. They will let you know our people are grieve. You understand? You give them small thing. They know Siam. You know how many bags they give Sarki after 3,000 bags? Sarki that's supposed to share it in 5 bags. They took to his house. 5 bags. Sarki Hausawa. That's the man that's supposed to receive the thing. And when they went to government house, then kept him on the 4th position instead of him to stay close to the governor. A Nogoni man, a former chairman of Pilgrim Board, called me. He said, Alhaji, today I see something that is not good because you are not here. If I'm here, they cannot do it. Yes. Because I've been struggling in Niger Delta for over 40 years. I was late to follow WBI SA. I was pioneer anti-pipeline. And I was recommended by Brian Clark. And I handled that situation. In 7 months, I brought bunkering under control in River State. Just go ask. You can ask King Ateketom. All these people, General Bia Baku, Letoriako, S. Markel, Georgie Birou, ask these people. All they are my boys. We fought, they are members of Nigeria Federation. We were given that assignment and we did it. We accomplished it. All there was only 15 days in office when he invited us. And when he was contested, he came to that Lechivaru Dapabri house at number 9 Club Road. All the colors. He said, this is the youth. It was only 58 days in office, he invited us. We met. He said, Saidu, we are going to give you people an assignment to fight bunkering. And we did. We are not even paid till today. Larry Pepper is from Bonny. He can attest to that. He was the one that was attached to us by the governor, by the CSO. I did that. I was in the House of Rep. So what I'm telling you is that, okay, why me? All the sacrifices I did here, I cannot get anything. Nobody remember me. Then somebody who come join Islam but through the back door, because he doesn't know even the Quran, go take my right in government house. Is that right? Is that justice? Yeah. All the struggle in Niger Delta. I was the one that organized a meeting with Arewa Community Forum and the Sasa People's Conference, 17th November year 2000. When there was a crisis, Chief Nengi James, who's now the Vice President of the National Congress, as a youth leader of Sasa People's Conference, protested that there was no German that has a royal well. I went to Babangida. Babangida said, I should come with the Chief Brian Clark them. We went. We held a meeting on 22nd December year 2000. We met Obasanjo, we addressed that issue. When Ogubolo and Ones are having problem, Mr. Minatende led the delegation to the Chief of the Dapabri House that there's a problem between One and Ogubolo in respect of the FLT, Federal Letter Terminal, that Ogubolo is not getting compensation. Brie called me. We form a delegation. Myself, Le Chief of the Dapabri, Chief Yongoriako, and Le Joseph Kariboro, and young Ayo Tamno, who now is at the NOA, the NOA state director. We went and met Gowon took us to Obasanjo. Obasanjo invited Ekaite. We sat down and addressed that problem. Minatende is alive. That problem has been addressed once and for all. Is alive, Minatende. The former local government chairman is alive. So that's why when I talk and mention people, I don't exaggerate. I took them to, and you'll be shocked to know that I was the one that provided money for the finances. Because among us, I'm the only businessman. And the late Chief team, late Wala from Echie, late Jumbo from Boni, young Tamunona, who's at the NOA as director, and late Joseph Kariboro, late Joseph Kariboro, then, and myself, I'm the only businessman. Because all of them are civil servants. And there was no money that time. Anywhere we are going, I provide money. Understand? Then, now we have achieved, through the struggle, we get NDDC. I was the one that moved motion at Arewa House, for the creation of NDDC. The first Asa People's Conference and the Northern leaders. Today, NDDC is created. The amnesty, I was the one that let AMF Kasina brought close to Yaradua. Then, when I led the international delegation to the coronation of Emir of Daura, 4 days to the Adua's inauguration, I talked to Yaradua, even he organized dinner for us. Then I told him, number 1, release Asari Dokubo. Number 1, release Alemesi, that will help you and solve Niger Delta problem. 3, give amnesty to these boys. Atike is alive. He sent somebody to me, one Bebeto. Then Timmy Frank visited me, him and Tani Mundenu, laid down our father. I took them to NSC. We started discussing that amnesty problem. Now today, amnesty now is this, and if I one day even be invited to say something, despite this effort, then even my all right now has been taken in the name of Islam. So that's what I'm saying. So if they want, I'm not talking, I will not tell you all my strategies, but I just tell you my contribution here, and go and check, go investigate.
Okay. So from what I gather so far, one of the biggest problems is an uneven distribution of government allocated benefits.
Rice and cows and something.
Let's call it benefits.
And illegal constitution of Rivers Islamic Council.
So, structure and recognition.
Yes.
What is the structure that exists? How does it work?
I don't know how it works. No, let them. It's 3 of them.
For people to come out and claim that they represent a particular group, because
they are indigenous. Forget that they are indigenous of the state and they have their brothers in government house, so they use them to block us. That's all. Because we don't get an essay that can talk to the governor. If you don't have a representative, that's why people are fighting. That's why we have House of Rep, we have Senate, so that somebody must talk a problem. That's person will stand. Look, so my constituency there's erosion, there is bad road, we need a school, we need a sign. This we don't have. So nobody will talk on our behalf.
So there's no existing structures. And what has been done to create that? Obviously, that structure is needed.
But when the letter was sent to the governor, say this is the chairman, I think the chairman will be invited. After writing a letter for audience, it has not been reciprocated. It has not been replied. So what will you do now? You're right. You are, nobody.
Okay, so the lack of an avenue or communication between your community and the government. And
all well, you triumph and all of you. We thank you so much. For remembering Northern community, and we shall not disappoint. We'll pay accordingly. We will say thank you accordingly.
Because
if you say you will pay, it's not a good something. We will appreciate. Let me use the right word. Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. It's been a pleasure, and it's back to our regular programming. This is Classic FM 91.1. It's back to the music. I have Guns N' Roses coming up right now with this one titled November Rain. Stick around.